la la la.
We hit him with that American Eagle screech. That.
Not now, Kitten Whiskers. We'll discuss this later.
What we need to do now is get focused and stop pointing fingers. You're a problem. You're a real problem.
What do you mean my cards are declined? Try it again. Buy me Prada. Balenciaga.
I can't wait to taste your lips after you've tasted me.
Who goes there?
Ashley, look at me.
My cheese gone cold, I'm wondering why I got out of bed at all.
You were asking me if I have a glowy hood. Of course it glows. How else am I supposed to bring the heat?
You know I want that more than fucking anything. I'll come find you when the others have gone to bed. Wait up for me, all right? Yes.
You ain't know me, bitch, stop playing. No cruise ship, showboat, I'm parading. Money Himalayan, salty cause you failing. Born to kill shit, no Matt Damon.
Know you love when I get braggadocious. Mad I'm rapping, listen to it.
I hear you did the deed. How was your little romp? You filthy devil! I'm shocked. I thought the two of you would just flop about like dying fish and then call it a night, but no! Shows me. But you're not here to gossip. What can I do for you?
You don't really want no smoke, you don't really want no smoke, no. You don't really want no smoke, you don't really want no smoke, no. Haters always do the least, but they always talking the most. You don't really want no smoke, you don't really want no smoke, no. You don't really want no smoke, you don't really want no smoke, no. You don't really want no smoke, you don't really want no smoke, no. Careful when saying my name, please just stay in your lane.
What is that vile smell? Are you dying? Impossible.
But every time I try to move on, you're right there. Acting like what? Maybe you just want me to be as unhappy as you are.
Did you play Baldur's Gate 3 yet?
Dude, it has consumed my entire life. It is so good.
What class and race did you pick?
I went with something a little different. I went with a drow sorcerer.
What type?
What?
What type did you pick?
I'm really not sure what...
So Baldur's Gate 3 is doing this collaboration with Twitch where if you watch 2 hours of a Baldur's Gate 3 stream on Twitch, you will be gifted this camp clothing set, provided that you link your Larian account with your Twitch account. It's very easy. All you have to do is sign in and authenticate. Super nice. What I think is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, quick shout out to Day9 TV. Your stream has been super interesting so far. I will be tuning in again. But anyway, what I think is one of the coolest things I've ever seen is I got a little message telling me to click on these buttons on the side of the stream. And if you do so, it shows you the journal of the streamer that is playing the game, so you can see what they have and haven't done quest-wise, and you can also see their character information, you know, their armor, spells, inventory, and it shows you what everything is. If you scroll, their skills. This is so fucking cool. I love how much love has gone into this game.
Here are the top 5 mods for Baldur's Gate 3, and the last one is extremely necessary. The first one is a quality of life upgrade, and that's Bags, 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 which automatically sorts your inventory into individual little bags for everything. So you can have a potion bag for whenever you pick up potions, a trinkets bag, an armor bag. Everything is all neatly organized, unlike my chaotic inventory before this mod. Next is 5e spells, and this adds the spells and cantrips that are already in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, but not in the game, so spells like Green Flame Blade, Shadow Blade, Summon Shadow Spawn, and so much more. This isn't really game breaking as it just adds spells that already exist, even though some spells could be overpowered. The next 3 all have to do with character customization, so I'm going to group them together as one, and those are Customizer's Compendium, Tav's Hair Salon, and Faces of Faerun, which all help you create the perfect character that you can love throughout your playthrough. Now maybe I told you this information a little too late, and that's where this mod comes in, and that's Appearance Edit. This mod is so amazing if you messed up on character creation like me, because it allows you to reset how your character looks, and it also allows you to edit origin character appearances as well. Larian Studios is working on building an official patch with this functionality, but it's so amazing to have a mod that solves for that, because I was tired of seeing my ugly character before discovering all of the customization mods. Finally, the last mod is Party Limit Begone, which is perfect for both single player and multiplayer, because it removes the party limit of 4 and increases it to 16, so you can have all your companions in your party if you're playing single player, and if you're playing multiplayer, you can now play with up to 8 players. All of these are generally not game breaking aside from the party limit one, but feel free to play the game however you want to. The mods are all pretty simple to download and use. I get them all from Nexus Mods, not sponsored by them in any way, and if you like this series, let me know, because
I may never be on a Samsung phone commercial, but I always let you know when I got some purple. You don't care, I move overseas, even though your sister is police. You always like one with me.
You can be my drug dealer boy. You can be my drug dealer boy. You can be my drug dealer boy. You can be my drug dealer boy.
Closet was filled up with about 28 pounds. Clients stacking their bills up when it be fronting amounts. I was getting to work, and the work was worth more than Jason worth. The perk of the work, the hooks and verses became my first priority. In other words, not working was working. I would drive out to Colorado where urban was perfect. Sure, I was nervous.
Everybody loves Astarion, but as a pure rogue, sometimes he just doesn't cut it on the battlefield. For all of you out there saying, oh, I can fix him, emotionally, no, but statistically, yes. And here's how. We're gonna start off as a rogue again, but we will be swapping a few stats. This man's never gonna need intelligence, so go full himbo, drop it to 8, and put it in wisdom for later. Once that's done, let's bump him up to rogue 3 and select the thief subclass. This will give Astarion fast hands. The jokes write themselves. Fast Hands lets him use an extra bonus action every turn, and this is where the fun starts. From here, we're gonna add the Monk class and make this the core of our build. This will open up what he can do on the battlefield. With 2 bonus actions and key points, he can do 2 flurries of blows, an attack, disengage, and dash all in one turn, really any combo of abilities. He effectively gets 2 turns every single round. Moving forward, we will subclass into Shadow Monk and finally make him feel like a real vampire. Shadow Monks can cast darkness, turn invisible, even teleport from one shadow to another. Astarion can literally do the teleports behind you, nothing personal kid, vampire bite you in the throat, stab you in the back. Shadow Monks also get Minor Illusion, which might be the funniest cantrip in the game. You just make an illusory cat appear somewhere and it becomes the most important thing in the world for everyone. They come running to check this thing out and Astarion can do it infinitely. When we get a feat, I went with Defensive Duelist, so all those finesse weapons he uses can boost his armor class. At Monk level 7, we get Stillness of Mind, letting our boy automatically remove Frightened or Charm conditions because we know how much he hates to be manipulated. And for our final 2 levels, we're gonna go Fighter to give him Second Wind and an action surge. Look, Baldur's Gate isn't usually designed to have action economy on the player's side, so having a DPS character with this many actions per turn can turn deadly encounters into a walk in the park. Just look at how much damage he's doing in one round. This man is a himbo fueled by energy drinks. He exclusively drinks the blood of Valorant players. So there it is. Our favorite red flag vampire is a true terror of the night. Now get out there and make some questionable decisions.
Good morning, Uncle Gorgeous.
How much is this?
So buy 4, get 1 free.
I'll have the free one.
No, Gorgeous, you mean to pay for this? Gorgeous!
So a surprisingly large number of you guys have been asking for a tutorial on how I made my tiefling barbarian Dark Urge named Blasphemy. And so I figured rather than try and explain it in message, I'd just show you guys how I made him. It's probably not going to be perfectly accurate to how I actually did him, but to be fair, I don't remember the exact settings on everything, but still be pretty damn close to what he looks like in-game. So with that being said, let us get started. Woohoo! First up is the face. I have Elian's face for Blasphemy. I also use Erevin's face for his Guardian, but these are both made by Hijimare on Boosty. In addition to that, I also use the hair by Hijimare for him. I'm also using an assortment of basket full of equipment items, particularly from the dark outfits or the black outfits, just to fit with the aesthetic, and then I kind of mix and match for gloves and boots. And then everything is done with Aether's black dye, including my companion's outfits, so that we can kind of keep with the aesthetic for the team. Moving on to the actual character creation itself, we have our lovely standard high elf default. She looks so good, but we gotta change her up, so let's go. Origin story, of course, the Dark Urge. So that is the Dark Urge right there, and this is his default. He looks like the lovely dragonborn that we've got here, very, very handsome. But we're swapping him over to Tiefling, so onward to that. I also chose the Zariel Zebris, just because the strength and the punish their enemies setting. Barbarian, of course. And then for the deity, I chose Tiamat. I'm not really sure how much that affects the game, but you know. Background is defaulted to the Haunted One. You cannot change this. It gives you skills in medicine and intimidation, which is kind of nice. I kept all my ability points actually on the default. They seem to work for me. I didn't really put much thought into it, honestly, but I kind of like it. He's a little bit of an idiot. It's fine. And then I also kept my skills as the default too. I might have gone for survival on second thought, but much okay. Outside of that, this is our default tiefling, but let's change him up. So we have the body type 2, kind of more svelte version. I kept the identity as male. And then the voice, I went up to voice 1, seemed to suit his face the best, in my opinion. Then, of course, Elian's head, which looks like that. Still very far off from the boy, but we are getting there. For the skin, I chose Smoke Tone 1. I was going for kind of a corpse-ish sort of vibe. I think I kind of nailed it with that one. And next for the scar, of course, the one going through his right eye. So yeah, that nice little touch there. There's also a little mark on his chin. A nice little detailing. Gets covered by the tattoo for the most part. Also, he has some subtle freckles you might not have noticed, but they are there. They're very light. They don't up the intensity. And then everything else stays default, as well as the genitals. Next, going on to the tattoo. That is the tattoo that everybody uses. It is a great tattoo. And I keep it on the black color with the intensity at 100, make it nice and bold. And then the piercing is the commoner ring from that nice septum piercing. True emo alt vibes. And the eyes are the most complicated part to him because I really don't know how they turned out the way they did. I choose the solid black eyes by default, and then I do heterochromia, and then the left eye, I go back to tiefling colors and do demonic red. Now, when I do this, it resets the whole thing, and it keeps the heterochromia off to the side, and if I change it and do the red, it goes to the default red demonic eyes like that. However, this is what they turn out looking when I do this heterochromia. I don't know why, but they just default to that. I'm not mad about it, though. I kinda like it. Makeup is this lovely 2 dots over the eyes. I keep the intensity down to about 90, just for a little bit of smokiness to it. But the metallic and the glossy go all the way up to 100. And the reason is it gives this really nice, subtle kind of highlight. And it adds a little bit more dimension to his face. Now I thought it was a nice little touch. Good, good. And then moving on to his lips, I keep the lip color down, but I do give him a little bit of gloss, because we want those lips to have a little bit of shine, not so dry like a Sahara Desert, and gives him a little, fantasy lip balm. Next on to the hair, of course, it is Elian's hair, and then I keep it in the neutral black with no highlights. It is just solid black hair. Now we are really starting to look like him. No beard, we got baby face going, but you know what? Like, what if? Would you still simp? Would you? Yes? No? Who knows? Alright, and finally, the Stygian Skewer's horns, which I have black as the main horn color. And then the reds, I kind of go back and forth between the 4 and the 5. I can't remember which one I used exactly. This is the 4. This one over the 5. This is the 5. They're both very close, but yeah, one of the 2 of those. And that's pretty much everything for him. He's, pretty good looking, and then, the outfits gets updated in the game. So, pretty much that is how I made him. I just want to say thank you to everybody who has shown so much love for this actual walking red flag. I never thought that would happen, but I'm really, really flattered. So thank you all so much, and I hope you enjoy him.